Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to be diving into the top 5 best non-XL Ultra League teams, guys. Now, I did the video yesterday on the top 5 best teams for the Ultra League. If you haven't seen it yet, link in the description. But you know what, guys? I've been seeing a lot of comments pointing out that all 5 teams have at least one XL on them, and I do understand that, and I talked a little bit about that in the video from yesterday with the top 5 best teams in the Ultra League. So guys, I wanted to go over the top 5 non-XL teams just because I do read the comments, guys, and I do see those, and I do get that not everyone has access to XLs. I completely understand that, guys. It is a grind to get those XLs, especially ones that are going to be viable in the Open Ultra League, guys. I get it. It's tough. Getting those XL candies to power up a Pokemon to the max CP of 2500 for the Ultra League, I totally get it, guys. It is tough and it is a grind. So I thought, why not have a look at the top 5 non-XL teams? And these teams are still going to be doing really well, guys. So let's take a look at it. And I appreciate those comments, guys. I get it. I know they are, it's tough getting those XLs. It's not an easy feat. Trust me, I get it. So we're on PvPoke here, guys. Let's have a look. We don't want Great League. Yep, we've had enough of Great League. So let's have a look here. Ultra League. And we're going to have a look at the top 5 non-XL teams for the Open Ultra League, guys. So let's get right into it. So, first up here, we've got the XL ones all at the top. Here we go, guys. Number 1, if you haven't already guessed it from the graphic there, is going to be Obstagoon, Articuno, and Lapras, guys. This is a pretty good team, guys. As you can see here, it's above the 500 threshold. It's 548. That means it wins more often than it loses. And you've got a decent amount of people that are actually using this at 0.09. 1% or higher is very good. That means a lot of people are using this team and having success with it. So this team runs Obstagoon in the lead, probably the most common lead that you will see in the Open Ultra League, guys. And that's just because Obstagoon has so much utility in the Open Ultra League. You can threaten those Steel types, you can threaten those Ghost and Psychic types, that being Giratina Altered and Cresselia. And Obstagoon is just very bulky in general in the Open Ultra League, so it can withstand a lot of punishment. And you've got Articuno and Lapras in the back, guys. So just having a look at this team comp here, guys, Lapras is looking like it's going to be your safe switch, which is a decent safe swap because Lapras is extremely bulky. So if you get a counter user that comes in on you, Lapras can get off a few of those surfs and really chip away at whatever they decide to bring in on you. And then you can just come back in and clean up with Obstagoon and have Articuno to close out the end game, guys. Because on your Articuno, you're going to want to have Hurricane. That is a legacy move, guys. If you don't have Hurricane, if you have Ancient Power, that might still be okay. But if you're using Articuno as a closer, as it looks to be in this team comp, you're going to want to have Hurricane to really have the most success in those no shield scenarios for the end game. So decent team, looks pretty good. You're gonna have solid, super solid Giratina Altered coverage, which is usually your biggest task when you're looking to team build for the Open Ultra League. The first thing you got to think about is Giratina Altered, guys. How are we gonna take down Giratina Altered? And you've got 3 Pokemon that can very easily deal with a Giratina Altered, and you can threaten Cresselia as well between Obstagoon and Lapras. So, and Articuno. Articuno is going to be resisting the Grass Knots, which is Cresselia's fastest charge attack. So yeah, this is looking like a pretty good team. Let's have a look at the matchups over on this other tab here. I want to see how well Lapras does as a safe swap because, wow, look at that, guys. Oh, PV Poke has been glitching out lately. Let's go back into that. Lapras, look at that, guys. So we're on the rankings page of PV Poke, and at the top here you can see overall, leads, closers, switches. We're going to go to switch and look at Lapras. Lapras is coming in at 55. So that's not bad. It's in the top 75 here. And as you can see, the matchups for a safe swap, Lapras safe swap, beats Giratina, beats Swampert. If you're met with a Swampert lead with Obstagoon, you're going to want to swap out of that at some point. So it's good to know that Lapras has a very good matchup up against Swampert. Obviously beats Togekiss, beats Articuno, and it beats Alolan Muck. You may run into an Alolan Muck lead here and there, so it's good to know that if you swap into Lapras, you got a good matchup there. It does lose to Cresselia, Melmetal, of course. It's going to lose to an opposing Obstagoon and an Empoleon, so, but it's so bulky that it's going to be able to chip away quite a bit to where when you come back in with either Obstagoon or Articuno, you're going to have a good time taking down what's left of whatever they have on you. So, Lapras as a safe switch, pretty good, not bad. We're going to have a look at Articuno as a closer, guys, because that is how Articuno will function on this team. Articuno, let's see. It's ranked 75, so it's in the top 75 for closers. Of course, you're going to want to have that legacy move of Hurricane, guys, if you're going to run this team. Yeah, as a closer, it does pretty well, guys. It does lose to Cresselia. Cresselia is just a big problem in general, but as a team effort, it's not so bad, guys. So, as you can see, it's beating, of course, Giratina Altered. You have a good matchup up against Swampert as well. You do lose to Obstagoon. Venusaur. Venusaur, man, I can't wrap my head around how many people are running Venusaur in the Open Ultra League, at least last season. And that, I think, is due to, one, it does have a very, very dominant matchup up against Cresselia. It does beat Cresselia. But also because at the time, the remix was alongside the Open Ultra League. So a lot of people couldn't run Venusaur because it was banned last season in the remix. So a lot of people just went right to the Ultra League with their Venusaurs, and I'm sure found some success because Cresselias were running rampant in the Open Ultra League as PV Poke glitches out on us yet again. No big deal, we'll go back. But yeah, so very solid team coming in at number 1, Obstagoon, Articuno, and Lapras. Lapras being your safe swap. So let's get into team number 2, guys. We're going to skip these XLs here. And here we go, guys. Coming in at number 2, the very team that got our guy Zionic. Shouts to Zionic, guys. This team got Zionic to Legend, I think back in Season 7. And that team being Obstagoon, Cresselia, and Gengar, guys. Holy smokes, what a high-powered team. I actually was watching that stream. He was dual streaming with Tho Technical. Shout out to Tho Technical as well. Both fantastic fellow content creators, guys. Zionic reached Legend with this team, and it's no surprise because it is coming in at number 2 for the top 5 best non-XL Pokemon teams. Obstagoon, Cresselia, and Gengar, guys. So, again, Obstagoon. Very powerful lead, as you can see. It is above the 500 threshold, coming in at 528. That means more people are winning with this team than they are losing. And as you can see, a whopping 2.8% of people are using this team. And that's probably, 1, because it's a very good team, and 2, because it got a little bit of the rub from getting a lot of notoriety from Zionic hitting Legend with it, guys. So nearly 3% of people, that is very high. A lot of people using this team. I didn't run into it too much last season, gonna be honest, guys. I think just because there are a lot of XL options that a lot of people may have that they choose to use. But this team is super high powered, guys. You got Obstagoon in the lead, Cresselia as your safe swap, and Gengar. the high-powered closer himself as your closer, guys. If you give Gengar a slight energy advantage with shield advantage, it is next to unstoppable. Whether that be Ultra Premier or Open Ultra League, guys, Gengar is an absolute monster, guys. So you're going to want to have to save your shields for Gengar because it is glassy. It does lose if it's in an even shielding scenario with the Giratina Altered. But if it has a shield advantage, you can easily take care of those Giratina Altereds that we are going to run into. That's just the fact of life when it comes to Open Ultra League. You were almost guaranteed to see a Giratina Altered or a Cresselia. So this team runs Obstagoon in the lead. If you lose lead, the only lead that you're really going to be losing is probably a Cresselia lead that you might run into. You might see it. I can't remember if it beats... I cannot remember if it beats... I know it beats Giratina Altered, but let's check out Obstagoon here. We want Ultra League, Obstagoon. Let's see. So, yeah. Yes, it does lose to Swampert. That's what I was thinking. So, you do lose to Swampert. You will most likely run into a lot of Swampert leads in the Open Ultra League, especially with it being banned for the Remix Cup, guys. Swampert is still banned. So a lot of people are going to be running Swampert. Swampert does very well in the Open Ultra League as well as the Ultra Premier League. So it's a very good Pokemon, very common Pokemon that you'll most likely run into. A lot of people lead Swampert because it has a lot of neutral matchups that it can flip, guys. Swampert is an absolute monster. So, you can stay in a little bit on those Swampert leads, but you are going to want to safe swap into your Cresselia at some point, as Cresselia does beat Swampert pretty handedly, guys. So yeah, you're going to... Or no, it beats Swampert. What am I talking about? It loses to Cresselia. Obstagoon does lose to Cresselia, so if you run into a Cresselia lead, you're going to want to swap into the Mirror. You could maybe swap into Gengar, but the safe bet is to swap into the Cresselia Mirror matchup, guys, and just see where that goes. Then you can come back in with Obstagoon, clean up, save your shields for Gengar, and then close out those end games, guys. So yeah, number 2, guys, Zionix team that brought him to Legend in Season 7. Obstagoon, Cresselia, and Gengar as the closer. Super high-powered team, guys. I might actually run that this season. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's such a good team. So yeah, that's team number 2. Obstagoon, Cresselia, safe swap, Gengar, closer, guys. Very high-powered team. Very high-powered team. And coming in number 3, guys, we got Melmetal on the lead. Cresselia, safe swap, and Giratina Altered in the back. Now, whenever you run Giratina Altered in the back, you're going to be running Shadow Claw as opposed to Dragon Breath. If you're going to lead Giratina, you're going to want to run Dragon Breath. It's going to give you a much better matchup up against those Obstagoons and Scrafties. But if you have it tucked away in the back, you'll want to be running Shadow Claw. You just get a little bit more coverage, just in case you have a Steel type that might switch into you guys. So this team still does really well at 518. Not a ton of people using it, but still a fair amount of people are using this team at 0.07. Melmetal on the lead takes care of those Talonflame leads that you may run into. After all, Talonflame does appear in the top 2 best. It appears in the 2 best teams as far as rating for the Open Ultra League. So you are highly likely to be running into some Talonflame leads. Melmetal can take care of Talonflame. If you have a Giratina on the lead, it's most likely going to be running Dragon Breath, so you have a decent time there. You may want to swap out at some point just to preserve health and see what they have in the back, but if it's running Dragon Breath, you're going to have a much better time with it as opposed to it running Shadow Claw. And generally, if you're running Giratina in the lead, you are going to be running Dragon Breath. So, Melmetal lead, very strong. If you're met with an Obstagoon, which is highly likely, guys, you are absolutely going to want to be swapping into your Cresselia safe swap. And see where it goes from there, because they'll most likely swap in on you as well. But Cresselia is an absolute beast. You might be able to power through some shields depending on what they come in with between Moonblast and Grass Knot. So very good team here. Looking pretty good. Melmetal's very strong in the Open Ultra League. It's not ranked super high. We looked at this yesterday. Overall, I believe it's not in the top 100, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be good here, guys. So Melmetal, yeah, as you can see, it's ranked 123 in the Open Ultra League, but a lot of people like to lead Articuno, guys. Articuno's a fantastic lead for the Open Ultra League, and as you can see, Melmetal has a very dominant matchup up against Articuno. You're going to do well up against those Lapras leads as well. Occasionally, you don't often see a Gyarados or a Togekiss in the lead, but you will still have a very good time up against those Pokemon as well, guys. You do lose to Giratina. You do lose, provided Giratina is running Shadow Claw, you do lose to it. Dragon Breath, it's a much closer matchup, just because obviously you are resisting those Dragon Breaths with your Steel typing. And surprisingly, you lose to Cresselia, which is absolutely crazy. I can't believe that. That is absolutely nuts. That's how much of a beast Cresselia is. But it's extremely close, guys. It's nearly a 50-50 matchup. It is a very extremely narrow loss to Cresselia, and depending on certain circumstances, that being shielding, energy advantage, you could pull that one out. So not really counting that one as much. You're going to have a good matchup up against Cresselia. You do lose to Alolan Muck when it is running Snarl. As it's fast move, if it's running Poison Jab, you're going to have a very good time up against it. So yeah, Melmetal, very, very good lead in the Open Ultra League, and you've got probably the best safe swap in the Open Ultra League in Cresselia. Cresselia can handle just about any Pokemon that it faces in the Open Ultra League. It's just that OP, guys. So, not sure what's going on with freaking PvPoke these days. It keeps glitching out on us, but very annoying there. Let's go back here. Sorry about that, guys. PvPoke. Does this happen to you guys? Let me know in the comments if this happens. It's glitching out on me, of course. We're gonna go back to the top performers. So that's team number 3, guys. Melmetal, Cresselia, and what was it? I can't remember. Oh my gosh. This is the power of going live right from your phone, guys. It's so funny. Here it is. Melmetal, Giratina, and Swampert. So, very good team, guys. Let's see. Okay, so getting into team number 4. Bear with me, guys. I'm having a rough one here. So team number 4, guys. Articuno, Cresselia, and Swampert. It's coming in just under 500, so that means it does lose a little more often than it does win, but that doesn't always tell the full story, guys. As you can see, I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but it's showing that a whopping 14% of people are using this team, guys, and that is Articuno in the lead, Cresselia, and Swampert in the back to close. Holy smokes, this is a wildly popular team, and that is most likely what is driving the win rate down. Just because so many people are using it, you're bound to have a few more losses here and there. Just it's the sheer numbers factor. That does not in any way make this a bad team. It is actually a very good team. Articuno is one of the strongest leads you can run in the Open Ultra League. Backed with Cresselia as the best safe swap, one of the best safe swaps. G-Fisk is statistically the best safe swap in the Open Ultra League, but Cresselia is right there with it, guys. We're gonna have a look here at the safe switches for Ultra League. Let's see here. Get rid of Melmetal. There we go. Cresselia, number 2 safe switch in the Open Ultra League. So you can't go wrong running Cresselia as your safe swap. You will want to save your shields. You want to maybe split them between Articuno and Swampert. Obviously, you don't shield your Cresselia unless you absolutely have to win your switch advantage, guys. That is very circumstantial, and you got to use your judgment there. But more often than not, you are not going to be shielding your Cresselia. As we all know, it is extremely bulky, guys. So Cresselia is the number 2 ranked safe switch in the Open Ultra League. You're going to want to win your leads with Articuno if you can. If you run into a bad lead, obviously safe switch into Cresselia. Really the only bad lead that you're going to run into is it's going to give you the most problems would be a Melmetal lead or a Registeel lead. So in that case, you will want to safe swap into your Cresselia. As we all know, Cresselia does technically beat Melmetal. As crazy as that might seem. So you're going to have a good time safe switching into Cresselia. Can't go wrong there, guys. So there we go. Articuno, Cresselia, and Swampert. Are you kidding me, guys? With a shield advantage, there's not much that can give Swampert problems in closing out end games, guys. You're gonna be able to power through what's left of shields with Earthquake, and then once shields are down, you're gonna be having a fun time earthquaking everything in your path, guys. So that is team number 4. Holy smokes, what a good team. Alright, so last but not least, guys, we're going to skip this one. This one is showing Cresselia, Escavalier, and Regirock. Realize not a lot of people have a Regirock for the Ultra League, so we're going to go to this one here. Articuno, Giratina, and Swampert. So you're basically swapping out your Cresselia safe switch for Giratina, guys. Swampert is still going to remain your closer, but you're going to have Articuno still in the lead. Those teams are kind of interchangeable. You know what? Let's go down to Gyarados here. Gyarados, Swampert, and Typhlosion. We'll go with that one because the Articuno, Giratina, and Swampert one, those are kind of interchangeable. You're basically just swapping out Giratina for Cresselia. So we won't count. We'll do a bonus one here. Giratina, Swampert, and Typhlosion, guys. So I actually ran a similar team to this one toward the tail end of Ultra League last season. But instead of Typhlosion, I had Snorlax. And I had a lot of success with that. But this one is recommending Typhlosion with Incinerate, Blast Burn, of course, and Solar Beam. Typhlosion is a fantastic closer, as you can imagine. With a slight shield advantage, you're going to be able to just absolutely nuke everything with Blast Burns or Solar Beams, depending on the situation. Gyarados is a decent lead because you will run into some Obstagoons, Scrafties, Giratinas. That Dragon Breath damage is very OP and oppressive. You're going to have a good time in the lead with Gyarados, guys. And you've got Swampert in the back as well. So, very solid teams overall, guys. I hope this helps you guys. I did see the comments, a lot of you pointing out that yesterday's video, the top 5 teams featured were basically either all XL teams or teams with a combination of XLs and legendaries. So I wanted to put this one out for you guys. I do read those comments and I do realize that the grind is real when it comes to XLs and getting them ready for the Ultra League. So I hope this helps you guys. These were the top 5 non-XL teams for the Open Ultra League. I really do hope this helps, and we'll leave it there for now. We've got Ultra League dropping this coming Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're in the States, 1 p.m. GMT if you are overseas. I hope this helps, guys, and we'll leave it there again. As always, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.